Well, good evening, campers. It's 17:11. Boom, 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 boom. It's the 15th of May. I don't know whether this will load on my dongle tonight or not, or whether I'll have to wait until I can get some internet tomorrow, because at midnight my internet starts again. I said earlier on, I say never got stopped by the police. The policeman was stood outside my door, open my side door, and I was sat like I am now, but I was fast asleep. I heard this vehicle pull up, and he got out, and I thought to myself, well, I'll do what they tell me. I'll get my video ready, or do what people tell you. I'll get my video ready and watch it, and I'll video it. So by the time he opened the window and said, "Good afternoon, are you all right?" And I went, "Yeah." He said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm camping." And he said, "Well, that's not allowed." I said, "Well, you'll have to explain it to me," sort of thing. Anyway, cut a long story short, as he was getting some paperwork and getting out of the van, I done the camera, pressed the button, stood on the side. Never switched play on, did I? Anyway, he was just told me that I didn't know this. I mean, I've been coming on these planes. I was 10 years old. So I've been coming on these planes for the last 60 years, and I never ever knew you couldn't camp or light a fire or anything like that here. But apparently you can. And the piece of track that I was on, where I was to, I'd been there 2 nights, and all day today. Excuse me. So I was there all day today, last night, all day yesterday, and got there about 10 o'clock the night before. Anyway, cut a long story short, or make a long story long, whatever you want. We were chatting. I asked him what a cup of tea, and he said no. And he got the map out, and he showed me on this map where the range is finished. And apparently, you have byways, right way to travel across, but because it's actually army ground or military ground, and like you said, it's the size of the Isle of Wight, you're not allowed to camp on it, put a tent up. Oh, he read a load of things out, and I just didn't know it. And I said to him, I said, well, I've been parked here, I said, for 2 nights. And he said, well, nobody ever said nothing to you, because obviously nobody's seen you. He said, because you don't quit this way much. I said, well, I spend, I would say, at least 4 nights a week on the plane. He said, we weren't meant to. He said, but, I said, so what you're telling me to do, I said, is illegal camping here then. He said, well, it's obvious you're not camping. He said, you're exercising, aren't you? And he went like that to me. I went, yeah, I look like I exercise, don't I? And he laughed. Anyway, we were just chatting away and whatever. Seemed a very nice bloke. I'll take his number, something with a couple of threes in it. Chris, his name was, because I heard him talk to somebody else, because something else had gone off and he had to shoot off. But, yeah, I don't really want to pick the camera up and throw it in their face until, I think I need some protection. But he was fine. And he said to me, where'd you go then? I said, well, I got Pear Tree Hill. I said, I go on Ralston Lane, Ralston Track. Yeah, he said, that's the thing. He said, you get up there out of the way. He said, nobody sees you. I went, no. I said, that's the idea of nobody seeing me, so I have a nice quiet night. And he was just really, really good. Very, very nice bloke. Well, I don't think if I'd met him in a pub, that I would have thought he was a policeman, because he never had that thing about him. But like, all right, he was military police, but that's just a ordinary policeman doing the military work, and that, I think. Anyway, maybe that's what it was. But he was fine, and like I said to him, he said to me, he said, you're about, he said, and driving about, he said, all through this. I said, yeah. I said, it hasn't really changed what I do. I said, I don't associate with people. I said, normally, I said, I wear a mask and whatever. I said, all the thing is, I said, when I do meet the odd people, I said, you don't get a kiss to cuddle off of women, and you don't get to shake the bloke's hands. I said, but apart from that, I said, I've not really noticed anything. And he said, but you are keeping well? And I went, yeah. I said, I like to park places like this. I said, in case anything happens or I'm bad in the night, that I can explain to, on the phone if I need an ambulance where I am. I said, so I don't really want them coming down, getting to me and fucking can't get me out of there. I said, no good, is it? And he said, well, no. And he was just sort of chattering about. And the last policeman that spoke to me before him was in 2016, I think. I was on the Isle of Man. I was parked up in the mountain on this bit of gravelly bit, you know, a bit of the corner, on one of the corners. On the day they don't have practice, and it was the day that they make the mountain circuit one way. And I didn't know he was there. I sort of got out of the van and I was sort of stretching my legs and stretching my arms. So I just sort of, I don't do anything energetic, but I make sure that my bones work, I make my joints work. And I would look behind me and he across the corner of me, because when I opened my passenger window, my bedroom window, I didn't see him. But he sort of parked, sort of saying, I got out and he put his hand up and I went, done a little walk like up by the box, down the wrong and up the back hill up again. And got back in the van, and 2 minutes later he come up and he went, morning. I went, good morning. I said, he said, how are you? I said, I'm fine, mate. I said, can I help you with anything? He said, well, you could make me a cup of tea. He said, I've been sat there for about 25 minutes waiting for your curtains to draw. And I went, yeah. I said, wait, a cup of tea, chap. And we sat there and chatted about the racing and about the bikes and bike clubs and, you know, what they do. Bike clubs want so much to chat as me. He was him trying to ask me questions and me telling him fuck all. But, yeah, nice bloke. But then again, when you go to the Isle of Man, you need to put your clocks back to about 1955 because it's really, really strange out there. Very, very odd place. Very beautiful, very lovely place. Anyway, that's me just chattering on. Well, I'm up at Upton Level again, which I usually am on a Friday night, and they mowed the silage, as you can see. This is lovely. I don't think they've done it long, or they're going to come back tonight to do it because the gate's open. So maybe they're going to come back and chuck it over again. But it looks, I can't really see, it looks sort of damp. Dry up the bits that come this way and damp the other way. So maybe they've just chucked it over once a day. But apparently, where that right-hand turn is and that gate just past there, somewhere down that track, is where the boundary is for the ranges. So apparently here, I explained to him where I was going to tonight. He said, "Are you staying?" He said, "Are you staying here tonight?" I said, "Well, not now you told me I meant to be here." You know, because now I'm not fucking going. I'm gonna fucking stay here. You can't make me move. You know, like a lot of the idiots. But I mean, that's not my style. You know, I mean, because I told him, I said, you know, I still having a lot of trouble with the police. I said earlier on, I said, and I've been arrested for things I've done and things I haven't done. And the things that I haven't done, I've kept calm because I don't want to get nicked for something. Because me rearing up because I haven't done it. You just carry on and do your investigations, and things I have done, I don't want to make it any worse. And I've never really had any trouble with the police. I've never been sort of grabbed out and thrown at. Well, I have been sort of roughed up a couple of times, but nothing that I wouldn't have done to somebody else because I fucking wind them up. Okay, you know, and yeah, and so what they don't like, these young policemen, they don't like ask you, say, like, you know, what are you doing out without your dad? That gets them going. But yeah, anyway, so that's about it really. I can't really sort of think of anything else to say. But I mean, as far as the police goes and over this coronavirus and me and in my van and camper van, I've had no problems at all. Because he was he couldn't have been politer, he couldn't have been a nicer bloke. And he said to me, you know, he said, well, you shouldn't be here. And he said, well, you're moving tonight. You know, yeah, he said, well, if you don't move, he said, nobody will be back up here tonight. You know, so, I mean, I think it's like anything, as long as you're as long as you're not causing them a threat or a problem, I don't think they really mind. And, you know, but there you go. Anyway, peeps. This is me trying to look at the camera and not look at the screen, so I don't know if I'm in bloody shot or anything. So I just have a little look out to see where I'm to. This is my view tonight, and where that tree is, to the right of that tree, I think you can see it, can you? The right of that tree Yes, you can. The right that tree where that cloud is, that's where the sun will be going down tonight. And I might, just might let you watch. Speak to you later. Stay safe, stay classy. No fighting. Bye bye.